morning. My name is Jacoby Hines. I'm your SJ and Beta president. On behalf of Charles Henderson Middle School, 8th grade class of 2022 to 2023, it is my pleasure to welcome faculty and staff, board members, family, friends, and most importantly, us, guests who graduated. Thank you for celebrating this special occasion with us. We would like to thank you for sticking with us through our emotionally unstable years. We will be forever grateful. This recognition program symbolizes my fellow classmates and center efforts. From late night studying for 9 weeks exams, I'm sure I can speak for all of us when we say we're glad those are over. As we leave the school we've gone home for 2 years, we will forever cherish the moments we've made. I will always remember Ms. Kerfoot, Ms. Snow, and Ms. Suki for shaping me into the leader I am today, and always being there for me when I needed them. I would like to thank Ms. Thomas and the TCS Board of Education for their continued support, Mr. Brown and Dr. Roberts for supporting our student body and teachers, and our wonderful teachers that put in more hours than they want to admit to make sure we're successful in our future. We would like to thank our custodians, Ms. Roosevelt and Ms. Angel, for keeping our school clean, and most importantly, thank our family for supporting us through these times. Thank you all for a very eventful 2 years, and good luck. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence. You may now be seated. Please stand for the national anthem.
It's okay. Huh? Yes.
You may be seated.
Sorry. Good morning. My name is Abby Parrish. I'm the Junior Beta Vice President and Honor Society member and a graduating 8th grader. I'm sure all the people in the audience are wondering where the time went. It probably feels like just yesterday, parents, that you were sending your little babies off to kindergarten. Well, I can assure you, your little babies all are thinking the same thing. The time flies so fast when you're making memories. A memory I feel that is overlooked is how scared we all were starting middle school. There were so many unknowns. We had to wear masks, find new classes all by ourselves, and meet new people. But the minute I got here, my fear melted. I was welcomed with open arms. People like Miss Kerfoot, she made my 7th grade year so much more memorable. I'll never forget how special she made me feel. After being in middle school for a little while, I got to experience things like football games, homecoming, pep rallies. I got to experience things like football games, homecoming, and pep rallies. I'll remember that forever. I went all out dressing up. Those were the best, and it got even better as an 8th grader. I loved my 8th grade year. I got to experience so many new teachers like Miss Nolan and Miss Dennison, Miss Shalonson, and Mr. Shook. I absolutely loved being one of Miss Nolan's lovelies. No matter where I go, I will always be one of Miss Nolan's lovelies. My 5th period was definitely interesting, and Mr. Shook's humor is memorable to say the least. I even made memories outside of school. Beta Con was absolutely unforgettable. Staying in a room with my best friend Alice for a week gets crazy, staying up eating ramen and ice cream at midnight. Those will always be our favorite memories. We got ourselves into some trouble, but it's all worth it for the amazing year I had. I'll never ever forget. Thank you so much to everyone who made this year so special. I couldn't have done it without you. I couldn't have done it without you all. I'll never be able to thank you enough. I may not remember everything you said to me, but I will remember how special you all made me feel. And I'll take that feeling with me everywhere. These memories are a collection of moments that we treasure and keep close to our hearts. They are stories that we share with our loved ones and experiences that we hold dear. They remind us who we are and where we came from. So take a moment, everyone, and look back at the moments and memories we had this year and cherish them. Thank you.
Good morning. This is a wonderful day to celebrate the milestone for this amazing group of young people. They walked into class last year not knowing what to expect. They were no longer the big kids at the elementary school, but they were the young 7th graders. You could see the nervousness all over their faces. Some say that if Ms. Kerfoot isn't fussing at you when you aren't working at your potential or acting silly in the hall, that you better worry. We have shared many memories and fun times together. And as you leave the loving and protective halls of this middle school, my dream for all of you is that you live your life to the fullest, enjoy the little things, and reach for the sky. We haven't prepared you for failure, but for success. Your future is as bright as you want it to be. Would the following students please line up at the right side where Ms. Shalonson is standing in the order that I call your names. Kamala Barnes, Nico Brunje, Ariel Bryan, John Tavius Caldwell, Grayson Cameron, Brighton Camwell, Janasia Cantlow, Alice Ceylon, Ben Cochran, Aiden Collins, Janiyah Krosky, Tyler Cross, thank you, Josephine Dawson, Bristol Dykes, Kinsley Ellis, Landon Flowers, Ariana Forbes, Jasmine Foster, Alex Friggy, Desiree Ginyard, Javion Hall, Preston Hampton, Brianna Harris, Jacoby Hines, Jalen Jackson, Jackson Jones, Addison Key, Zamaria Knox, Haley McCray, Joel McCray, Elizabeth McClendon, Rayleigh McClendon, Abigail Parrish, Kaylee Perry, Joshua Powell, Owen Pugh, Carlito Rollins, Georgia Sanders, Kamadria Scoble, Lily Simmons, Kellen Stewart, Demelia Tomaxel, Cameron Temple, Paul Tip, Stephanie Tony, Carlos Valencia, Will Walker, Alyssa Willer, Naira Wilcoxon, Damian Williams, Elijah Woods, Shelby Wood, and Justin Wright. It is my honor to present the awards for this 8th grade class. Elena Bateman. As I call your names, please walk up and receive your awards from Mr. Brown. Kamala Barnes, AD Honor Roll. Nico Branchet, AD Honor Roll, Attitude and Effort. Ariel Bryan, AD Honor Roll, Attitude and Effort. John Tavius Caldwell, AD Honor Roll. Grayson Cameron, AD Honor Roll. Brighton Camwell, A Honor Roll, second highest GPA, Accelerated Math 8. Third highest GPA, Advanced Physical Science 8. Third highest GPA, English 8. Attitude and Effort. Elijah Cantwell, AD Honor Roll, Attitude and Effort. Alice Ceylon, AD Honor Roll. Ben Cochran, A Honor Roll, third highest GPA, Advanced Physical Science 8. Aiden Collins, AD Honor Roll, third highest GPA, World History 8, third highest GPA, Physical Science 8. Janiyah Krosky, AD Honor Roll, Attitude and Effort. Tyler Cross, AD Honor Roll. Joshua Daniel, third highest GPA, General Math 8. Josephine Dawson, A Honor Roll, Outstanding Beta, highest GPA, Advanced Physical Science 8, highest GPA, Accelerated Math 8, second highest GPA, World History 8, third highest GPA, English 8. Bristol Dykes, AD Honor Roll. Kinsley Ellis, AD Honor Roll. Landon Flowers, Attitude and Effort. Ariana Forbes, AD Honor Roll. Jasmine Foster, AD Honor Roll. Alex Freedy, AD Honor Roll, Outstanding Beta, SGA Student of the Year. Desiree Ginyard, A Honor Roll, Attitude and Effort, highest GPA, General English 8, highest GPA World History 8, highest GPA Physical Science 8. Davion Hall, attitude and effort. Preston Hampton, AB Honor Roll, highest academics. Brianna Harris, highest GPA General Math 8, second highest GPA World History 8. Jacoby Hines, AB Honor Roll. Jalen Jackson, AB Honor Roll, highest academics. Addison Key, AB Honor Roll. Zamaria Knox, AB Honor Roll. Haley McCray, highest GPA World History 8, attitude and effort. Joe McCray, AB Honor Roll. Elizabeth McClendon, A Honor Roll, highest GPA Honors English 8, highest GPA World History 8, second highest GPA Advanced Physical Science 8. Rayleigh McClendon, AB Honor Roll, outstanding beta. Abigail Parrish, A Honor Roll, attitude and effort. Kaylee Perry, AB Honor Roll, attitude and effort. Coach Fred. Lily Simmons, A Honor Roll, second highest GPA Honors English, third highest GPA Accelerated Math, third highest GPA World History 8. Katie Sparrow, AB Honor Roll. Kellen Stewart, AB Honor Roll. Diego Tomaxel, AB Honor Roll. Cameron Temple, attitude and effort. fire tip. AB Will Walker, AB Honor Roll. Alyssa Wheeler. Naira Wilcoxon, second highest GPA, physical science 8. Damian Williams, third highest GPA, English 8, and top Trojan. Elijah Woods, attitude and effort. Shelby Wood, second highest GPA, math 8, second highest GPA, English 8, attitude and effort. Justin Wright, attitude and effort. Elena Bateman, AB Honor Roll. You know, when you're planning a big graduation awards like this, every once in a while you make a mistake, so thank you for being patient with me. But we would now like to present our salutatorian, Betty McClendon. And our valedictorian, Josephine Dawson.
Hello. Hello students, teachers, faculty and staff, and parents. My name is Elizabeth Louise McClendon, or as most of you know me as, Debbie. For those of you who don't know, you can continue to call me Elizabeth. I'm just kidding, I might not answer to Elizabeth. But you're probably wondering where the name Debbie came from. Well, if you've ever tried to get a toddler to say Elizabeth, you might understand. My brother wasn't able to say my name when we were younger, so it went from Baby Beth to Baby Beth, and then it evolved from there. There's only a handful of people who call me Elizabeth, which includes my mother when I'm in trouble. Speaking of my mother, I'd like to say thank you to both her and my father, and maybe my brother. I'm kidding, I want to say thank you to him too. I'd like to thank the amazing teachers at CHMS because they've gotten me here as well. There's so many people I'd like to thank, so I can't get through them all, but most importantly, I'd like to thank my friends. Izzy Lee, Elena Bateman, and Delia Tixmodel, and Charlie Shannon. Even though Charlie isn't at this school anymore, she's helped me a lot as well. They helped me get through these last 2 years of middle school. No matter how crazy they are, they were and will continue to be a huge part of my life. They made this school year amazing. I'd also like to thank volleyball help in this regard as well. Thank you, Coach Smart. Also a big thanks to Ms. Kirklet and Ms. Nolan, who added on to the joy of my middle school career, as Beta Club was also a big part of these 2 years at CHMS. There's still yellow paint on my jeans from when I had to paint the living room walls. And we even have nationals coming up in June. Louisville, here we come. I'd like to say thank you to all my 7th grade teachers because they've helped me get here as well. Thank you, Ms. Shalanson. Thank you, Ms. Shalanson. You've helped me to learn a lot about science and improved my aim in archery. I'd like to thank Ms. Fulford. Even if she isn't a real art teacher, she inspired plenty of creativity in 4th period.
beautiful stained glass cathedral window can still be seen on the art room's window. There's still confetti everywhere. Speaking of class periods, I'll totally miss that system of classes. I'll definitely not like the block system better. Because 7 classes are obviously better than 4, because that makes sense. I'd like to thank Mrs. Dennison and Mr. Shook. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do math well, and I wouldn't have been able to get a new book obsession. Thanks for that, Mr. Shook. Speaking of books, they're my escape from reality, because I obviously need it. But I really will miss this school and all the amazing experiences that I've had. I still vividly remember Mr. Brown's speech at the beginning of 7th grade year, and to quote my brother's salutatorian speech, I thought it would never end. Though now I wish it hadn't, because I wouldn't have to leave this amazing school and its stunning people. Peace out, CHMS.
Remember 9 years ago when we were in kindergarten? Back then, I solved conflicts by throwing time cones. Basic math was intimidating, we were just learning to recognize letters, and most of us didn't even know how to tie our shoes. We've come a long way. The Pythagorean theorem is no longer a mystery. Literature makes our lives richer. We're learning how our great country works, and we're even learning how to manage money. Just as important, we've learned how to be friends to each other. Our relationships were severely tested by the pandemic, but they proved to be resilient. I'm excited about where our class will be 4 years from now. When we graduate high school in May of 2027, our friendships will be even deeper and more meaningful. We will be ready to go to work, prepared to continue our educations and serve our country in the military. 4 years from now, we will have so many people to thank. Our teachers for patiently helping us learn. Our administrators for administrating. Our community for placing a high value on our education. Our school board, city council, and mayor for supporting our school, but most of all, our families for providing a foundation for us to grow. But what will have been the point of all this studying, all this relationship building, and all this hard work? Why did our community invest so much in us? 4 years from now, our education will have prepared us to take this advice from one of our community's greatest leaders, John Lewis. Congressman Lewis said, "We all live in the same house. We all must be part of the effort to hold down our little house. When you see something that is not right, not just, not fair, do something about it. Say something. Have the courage, have the backbone, get in the way." I'm excited because the Charles Henderson class of 2027 will do great things to make our city, our state, our country, and our world better. Go Trojans.
Good morning. My name is Ben Cochran. It is an honor to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Wes Allen, the Alabama Secretary of State. Mr. Wes Allen was born and raised in Pike County. He was sworn in as Alabama's 54th Secretary of State on January 16, 2023, and is the first former probate judge in the state's history to serve in that role. Mr. Allen served as Pike County's probate judge for nearly a decade before being elected to serve District 89 in the Alabama House of Representatives, and has played a major role in passing several important bills for our state. He has also attended the University of Alabama, gaining his undergraduate degree while playing football there. For us as student athletes, we are just now figuring out how difficult it can be to balance school, sports, and life at a middle school level. Imagine doing that at a top collegiate level. Mr. Allen has been able to live a fulfilling life and experience a very successful career in what he does. This shows that Mr. Allen has been able to persevere through a lot of challenges that he's faced. I think we should all look up to him for the type of person he is, whether we are interested in pursuing politics like Mr. Allen or fascinated by a different career. We should try to model his work ethic and determination to succeed. So without further ado, this is Mr. Wes Allen.
Thank you, Benjamin. Appreciate that. So you didn't come here to hear me talk. You came here to see these graduates this morning, and I just want to congratulate you all for the effort and time and discipline it took to get to this point, graduates. May of 2027, Ms. Dawson hit it correctly when she said it won't be long. And you're graduating today from middle school, but you'll be turning around, and parents and grandparents, you know how time quickly passes. May of 2027 will be here before you know it. I want to thank, before I go much further, the leadership, Ms. Thomas, the administrators of the Troy City School System. I appreciate them inviting me. Mr. Brown, thank you for the opportunity to be here with you this morning. To the board members for this school system, thank you for allowing me to share in this moment with you. I just want to thank you for the opportunity. What an honor it is to share this time with you this morning. I won't take up much of your time, but I do want to just highlight some things that I noticed this morning. Jacoby, good job this morning. I think you may be in elected office one day. SGA president, right? And Beta, all right, good job. Jacoby did such a fantastic job, and Carlos and Brighton, did I say that right? Did a great job on the national anthem, and then Ms. Parrish did a great job on the memories, and Elizabeth and Josephine did such a fantastic job on their speeches, and just appreciate them and their efforts. It's been an interesting year for me and my family. We've had an opportunity to get out on the road and spend about 2 years on the road campaigning for the job that we have now. And I can tell you that we have a great state. We live in a wonderful place, full of great people. And that's one of the things I enjoy most about it, is getting out and meeting the people of Alabama. But I can't tell you how proud I am that my home is in Troy and in Pike County. We have such a rich history here in Pike County and Troy, and I am so proud to call this place my home, and proud of all the friends that I see in the audience.